Mike, a 0-0 draw today, unable to break that deadlock, however we stay unbeaten. What's your reflection on that match?
Yeah, it's funny, you know, we talked about it pre-game about, you know, I think we're the two meanest defences in the league, so it kind of like in a jovial way had a 0-0 written on it. But no, they're a decent team of those boys, so the conditions were tough today. It was a game of two halves, and I think they probably shaded the second half because of the conditions, and they put quite a bit of pressure on us, to be fair. So, you know, when we get out of it and it's 0-0, I'm happy with that. I just feel it's the first time we've sort of said to the lads today, it felt like they didn't want to lose the game rather than going out to win the game was the thought process. So I'm not saying we've got away with one, but you know they put quite a bit of pressure on us in the second half. So yeah, when you look at the defences, you know, 0-0, it had that written on it. I just feel like we've not tried to win the game, which is a little bit disappointing. But playing a team who's top of the league, who's had 4 clean sheets on the bounce now, you know, we'll take the point for sure.
Jonathan Dash got man of the match today, some great saves. What's your take? What do you take from his performance?
Yeah, Dashy did well. I mean, the save that he made in the second half to tip it around the post for a corner was outstanding. You know, and he's having those moments for us quite a lot. You know, especially when you're not having a lot to do. The defence has been very, very good. He doesn't have an awful lot to do, so when he has to step up and do that, you know, we're seeing big moments from him, which is great. So yeah, he did well. I just think we looked a little bit leggy in the second half for the first time this season again. You know, I'm talking about the way that we've performed. We looked a little bit leggy, so we'll get some recouping them before we play midweek. So it was just the thought process that we weren't really front-footed on wanting to take a pass today, especially in the second half. That was the one that we feel let us down a little bit. We played areas and it was difficult with the conditions to do that. We didn't have as much joy high up the pitch that we have been having, and we said, look, you know, have we really tested them today? And I don't think we have. We knew the qualities that Jack Hall brings in his distribution, so we tried to cut that off at source pretty early, and that didn't harm us too much, but I don't think we've done enough ourselves in possession to harm those boys either.
Moving on to Tuesday, we face Matlock. How do you plan to prepare for that fixture?
Yeah, well, they've had a big day in the FA Cup today. I don't know the score at the moment, but they've had a big game in the FA Cup, so we'll have a look at some footage and make sure that we know what we're going to be expecting. Again, you know, I say it week in, week out, I love us at home. I really do love us at home, and we said before the game that we've got a big week. You know, when you look, we're playing top of the league, we're playing one of the better assembled squads in the league on Tuesday, and then we're playing a team from the league above in the trophy on Saturday, so it's a big 7 days. So yeah, we'll have a look at everybody. We haven't got no concerns, I don't think, so it's just about picking the right squad, making sure they're prepared, and we'll be good to go Tuesday evening.
Mike, thank you very much for your time.
Cheers, Paul.